For 10 years, Noah walked past the same old wooden door every single night. No one had ever opened it. No one even knew what was hidden behind it. Then, on a cold, rainy night, an envelope suddenly appeared in front of the door. Inside was a single key and a message that simply read, "The door was never locked." What Noah discovered that night changed the rest of his life forever. Welcome back to Speak Without Fear. Every story has a lesson, and every lesson begins with a simple choice. Sit back, relax, and improve your English by listening to today's original story. For almost 10 years, Noah worked as the night security guard in one of the oldest office buildings in the city. Every evening at exactly 7 o'clock, he arrived at work, collected the security keys, checked every hallway, and made sure every floor was empty before midnight. It was a peaceful job, and after so many years, he knew every corner of the building better than anyone else. Yet there was one thing he never understood. At the end of the 5th floor stood an old wooden door. It had no number, no company name, and no sign. Unlike the other office doors, it had no handle on the outside. Every employee walked past it without even looking at it. Whenever Noah asked about the room, people always gave the same answer. Nobody knows what's inside. At first, Noah ignored it, but as the years passed, his curiosity grew stronger. Every night, he found himself staring at the strange door for a few extra seconds before continuing his rounds. One evening, he finally asked the building manager, "What's behind that door?" The manager smiled politely. "Some doors are better left unopened." That answer only made Noah think about it even more. Weeks passed. Nothing changed. Then one stormy night, while checking the 5th floor, Noah noticed something unusual. A small white envelope was lying on the floor, directly in front of the mysterious door. He looked left. The hallway was empty. He looked right. No one was there. Slowly, he picked up the envelope. On the front, someone had written only 5 words. "Open this if you're ready." Noah hesitated. His hands trembled as he carefully opened the envelope. Inside was a small silver key. There was also another note. It read, "The door has never been locked." People only believed it was. Noah stared at the words for several seconds. His heart began to beat faster. He slowly walked toward the wooden door. Instead of looking for a lock, he gently pushed it. The door opened immediately. No key was needed. No secret code. No hidden lock. It had never been locked at all. Inside the room was complete silence. There were old wooden desks covered with dust, empty bookshelves, broken chairs, and boxes filled with forgotten documents. It looked like an office that had been abandoned many years ago. At the far end of the room stood a large mirror. Above the mirror were simple words painted on the wall. "Most people spend their lives waiting for someone else to open the door." Noah stood frozen. The room wasn't the real mystery. The real mystery was why nobody had ever tried to open it. For 10 years, he had believed the same thing everyone else believed. He never questioned it. He simply accepted it. That night, Noah walked home thinking about his own life. How many dreams had he abandoned because he assumed they were impossible? How many opportunities had he ignored because he believed someone else was more talented? How many doors had he walked past without even trying? The following week, Noah enrolled in evening classes. A few months later, he applied for a better job. A year later, he left the security company and started working as a software engineer. Whenever someone asked him what inspired him to change his life, Noah never talked about the room. He simply smiled and said, "I finally learned that the hardest doors to open are usually the ones inside our own minds." Sometimes, the biggest obstacles in life are not locked doors. They are the beliefs we create without ever questioning them. Before you tell yourself that something is impossible, ask one simple question. Did I actually try? Or did I simply believe the door was locked? Thank you for listening. Practice your English by listening to one story every day. Subscribe to Speak Without Fear, and I'll see you in the next original story.